There we go. Welcome aboard. You're watching GameCrossRoads. My name is Levi, and today we are back on Tower SMP. And I am currently just doing a quick flyover to the shopping district to drop off some, what is it? Colored glass. Yes. I've gotten most of the colors here. I don't have, the white to black gradient, but I was able to get the rest of it all situated and ready to go, so just a quick flyover, restock that part of the shop, shouldn't take too long, and then we'll get to the actual content of today's episode, which is building our, the Cliff City. The Cliff Village, whatever you want to call it. Apparently there have been some changes over here in the shopping district, so you're going to see my Voxy update live. Should be interesting to see what has changed while we've been on the other side of the world. Kind of goofing around with sulfur cubes and all that. I think this tower has changed. I think I saw something about that on the Discord, so we'll see what's going on with that. Oh my. Oh yes. All right then. Oh, and there's a building there now. Cool. The shulker box is gone. Interesting. Okay. So that's an update. Everything else seems like it hasn't changed though. Interesting. Something written on that. Under new ownership, pending a new shop. Oh, okay, cool. Someone's gonna actually do something with the build. I thought it might get turned into like a town hall or something. We kind of use the Discord as our town hall, so. Or maybe it is becoming a town hall. Who knows? So I guess the shulker box shop is out of commission for now. Good thing I have quite a number of shulker boxes, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Tower trials. Interesting. Yes, I read something about this on the Discord. Coming soon. It's supposed to be some sort of like kind of challenges, treasure hunts, and all that kind of stuff, I think. Still trying to work on the interior. Ah, okay. So that's why it's still coming soon. Good to know. That's something to look forward to then, I guess. Nice. All right, let's get this glass on display. Just gonna throw these in there for a minute. There we go, because I can pick up 2 stacks at a time. This and that. And here. Nice. Oops, nope. This chest. There we go. There. And put this here. Oh, I almost forgot. I was listening to some other music the other day, so I need to turn that back on. Much better. Now we've got some backing music. I think it actually goes like this. Yeah, I think that's how it works, because it's like a light to dark gradient. Okay, then I need purple and magenta. Purple, magenta. pink, and brown. Goes right here, I think. Yeah. There we go. So now we just need white to black, and then that'll be done. How is the stock looking in all this? Okay. Yeah, gotta update this. So we're down to, nope, 6 stacks of that, and 6 stacks of that. Might as well collect our profits. That's still full, and we're out of white wool. Well, you and me both, shop. I have put in some new shears to our white sheep, so they should be producing more white wool now. And, oh yeah, concrete powder. So we are down to there. Okay. How about this? Pull up. And this. Okay, we are missing 2 white. And we are missing 1 black. Nope, 1, not 2. There we go. Okay, we're not selling any terracotta at the minute. And I know we are out of purple dye, which is why I brought rose bushes and cornflowers, because this is currently empty. So we're going to turn as much of this as we can into purple dye. Yeah, that only makes 2 stacks though, unfortunately. And we do stack them by 32s. Okay, so that does give us a little bit we can put in there. But I definitely need more. This was just the dye I had left over from making the glass, so. Yes, I need more magenta, more pink, more white, a lot more black. But I can get that from charcoal. Oh, there's a bunch of brown missing, okay. Right, so that's 1, 2, 3.5 that are missing. So take that from there. So that's 3.5. There we go. Okay, anything else we're missing? That's what I expected, as expected. Okay, there's a little bit more cyan missing, so we'll just do 10.5. Go. There's another stack missing from yellow. So just bring that down. Okay, there's 2 missing from lime. There we go. Red is normal. Oh, wow. Okay, orange sold out, basically. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks left. Okay. Okay. Orange dye. I guess because you can't really... There's no easily farmable flower that gives you orange, so yeah, orange would be a bit more popular, wouldn't it? Okay, there we go. So now we've got the updated stock value. So I will have to come and fix that later. Actually, hold on. There we go. I can get 1 more stack in the shop. Update purple, so it's actually 2.5. There we go. Nice. And then I can just save and close the store stock file because I'm not going to be doing that until after the stream. Alrighty, back to base. Whee! And I thought I'd fly there instead of using the nether today, just because, hey, Voxy's working again. Might as well get some use out of it by flying from place to place. So yeah. Nice bit of profit we made though. That's pretty good. I can't remember. Do I have it set that it rains above the clouds still? Evidently I do. There's true. Server's getting busy today. Man, the outside of our base is looking really cool these days. I've done a really good job at decorating all this. Alright, so I have done some prep work for today's episode. And what I mean by that is I have built out where I want the houses in wool. So I could figure out sizing and spacing before we even got started. Saving us a little bit of time, making sure we can actually get this all done within one episode. Also, if I haven't shown it off, this is the area we'll be building in. Custom made overhang, custom carved base plate here. Looks quite nice. Came out quite well, I must say. Probably gonna take out some of the torches around here once we finish building it, but for the meantime, we'll just leave all those torches there. Let's put these shulker boxes away and get to work, shall we? There we go. Yeah, we have a nice amount of empty shulker boxes we can use. I forgot to check the slime shop. Okay. I might want to do that at some point. Just gonna store away some of our other items. How's this going? This still working? Yep, looks like it's still working fine. Excellent. And over here as well. Yep, that's working as well. Good, good. Okay. Also, coming down here, we can pick up this shulker box. Yeah. Oh wow, this is full of a bunch of random junk now, isn't it? Beetroot seeds? What are they doing in here? Bread? Sponge, okay. Minecart with chest, that kind of makes sense that it would end up in here. An infinity enchanted book. Okay, that I feel like I should have in some better storage. Like, yeah, like here. There we go. Let's grab that saddle as well, and these minecarts. Because I can put one in there. And then I can put the others over here. There we go. That's better. Bread in there, beetroot seeds in there. The sponge actually goes, yeah, right here. Along with my other tools. Gravel goes there. I guess, do I have a spot where cactus is stored? Probably not, because I made the silo for cactus to be stored in. I'll just put it in there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we got Kingdom Ethereal, which is the donation that I got from DT for a whole bunch of packed mud. What a nice guy. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good once it's all built up. Let's get to work, shall we? Alright, so I'm going to need my reference image. Where is it? Images, reference, Tower SMP, and there it is. Alright, just put that off to the side of my screen. Okay, so a couple notable features of this area is that if we craft these into bricks, notable feature is that the actual, like, retaining wall of the entire area is made out of bricks. So we want to replicate that. Oops. Like this. Oops. I'm actually going to leave that broken because there's another aspect of this area that I've noticed where it is, hang on, right there. The whole area seems to be made of trampled dirt, so we'll switch out the ground around here for dirt path. Can't do both of these. There we go. Can't see that spot, so. There we go. I guess I haven't picked up enough of the stuff that's falling around. There we go. Oops.
Oops.
I keep breaking too much stuff. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. Like that. Like that. Okay, now we have our retaining wall. Nice, nice. So let's get to building out the rough shapes of these buildings. Do I have? I do have shears. Oh, that makes it much faster, yes. Oops. There we go. We'll make these buildings a little bit more textured once we actually have finished building them. But I want to see what this looks like before we really put a lot of different materials into it and make it way more complex to build. Because what I might do... none of those buildings had pretty sharp corners. Despite being made of, you know, just kind of dirt and rocks. Those are pretty flat walls and sharp corners. Okay. I was thinking I might replace all of the corners with fence, or not fence, mud brick wall blocks, which would give all the walls kind of a curved look to them. But a lot of these buildings don't have that look to them, so that would be inaccurate. Natural cut in on the border walls are elite. Oh yeah, thank you. Okay. Right. And this is supposed to be like a kind of water basin, was the idea of it, so... Go. There we go. That should give us our circle. Perfect. Okay. So we'll fill this with a little bit of water. Probably, oh yeah, cut these down and make them into, you know what, now that we've dug out this whole area, I could actually bring some of the supplies up to the top so we don't have to come down here over and over and over. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So we'll just put these up here. Here, and here, and here. Ooh, you know what? I need a stone cutter. Wait, do I carry one of those around with me? I used to. At least I think I used to. Doesn't look like I've got one there. Nope. Okay. Let's go grab ourselves a stone cutter. Since for some blocks, that will be more efficient than crafting them normally. Actually, it would be in here if I had a spare. Doesn't look like I have a spare. But we will be adding things like, oh, hey, look, some mud brick. We will be adding things like, you know, some cauldrons sitting around, some furnaces, campfires, hay bales, probably a couple composters lying around. Okay, so if I'm going to be making a stone cutter, I'm going to need a bit of iron. And is it just wood? Is it iron and wood, and that's how you make a stone cutter? Or am I missing something? I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, it's stone, not wood. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. There we go. Stone cutter. So as you can see, I have left shaders turned off and kept with using the other mods we were using. I do like the increased frame rate of not having shaders, and Foxy is back, so it's not that big of a deal to me that we don't have shaders on. Whoop. I might end up putting some ladders along here so it's easier to actually get up here instead of having to come all the way over here. Stone cutter. There we go. Put that there. Put this in. Nice. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Just needed 2 slabs, not 6 of them or whatever. Go. Good idea. The ancient villages I've seen did use ladders on the walls. Yeah, I don't see any on my reference image, but it is a location that's been converted into a tourist destination. So, some changes in the architecture are somewhat expected. Such as not putting ladders where you know, don't want people to go. There we go. You know, I think I'd prefer if these were actually stairs. Let's see. Yep, I do prefer them as stairs. That looks a lot better like that. And the ladders would not have lasted through time either. Yeah. That's probably right. So I haven't really thought of what different parts of this... We need more ladder variants? Absolutely, I agree with that. I haven't exactly thought of what the different parts of this village are. I was more looking at it from a kind of visual art architecture kind of lens instead of how did this city function in its time kind of lens. Though I do like the idea that potentially this tower here that's on the side is kind of a watch point for the town. Hence the reason it's built up taller and it's built closer to the wall so that it can use the wall as structure to hold it up. I did make sure to make pretty much every building a slightly different height from every other building. Hilariously enough, other than that tower and that building that sits on top of that other building, those are actually the same height. That's funny. But other than that, no two buildings that are, you know, next to each other are the same height. At least last time I checked. No, I want to do this. There we go. Work. To boost adventuring, something like petrified wood could be cool. Make it exclusive to the structures found. Ah, okay. That's an interesting idea. Yeah. Petrified wood as a findable structure type wood. It's an interesting idea. There we go. This is like a little a horse storage area is my idea of what this is. There we go. Perfect. We will be getting a gray wood variant with the next update, but technically that means we have what? White, light gray. So we're still missing dark gray and black for wood types. Because it does seem like Mojang is, without saying it, giving us every color of wood that we previously wanted. I've heard some people suggest that Azalea should get its own tree, and that tree should give us green wood, which is an interesting idea. But I've also seen people say that cactus should be the green wood, or that we already have green wood. It's called what is it? Uncut bamboo is technically the green wood. But you can only make blocks out of it, you can't make stairs or slabs, so I don't know if that counts so much. Just saying. let's cut some windows into this. Because there would be windows. Go like that. Like the look of that as well. Mm-hmm. And then maybe a door right here. Yeah. And then probably another door right here. Mm-hmm. That seems all right. I'm looking at these structures, and they've got those gaps in them where you would put like wood through the wall to hold up the second floor. So we'll have to get some logs and start sticking those on the outside as well. I almost wish we had kind of the there are like mods that give you end cap pieces for wood, which are basically just designed to do exactly that, is be those end pieces that you see on some of those structures in warmer climates. Let's throw this stuff in here. But we don't have anything like that in modern Minecraft as it sits. Getting more packed mud. Needs more mud. Needs a lot more mud. I was thinking this could be some sort of either a well or maybe just a raised platform. Like this is where someone would come to like address the people of the village. That kind of makes sense. I feel like that's a thing that would exist. Just a small raised platform for that kind of situation. Yep, well, there goes that. Oh, right, I forgot. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, get my chair out of the way. Perfect. Much better. I did think of what this would be. This is my idea here. That's a storeroom. So deep into the hillside, they've carved out a underground space to keep their kind of perishables cold and dry. I feel like that makes sense. That's something that they would do. Put a door here, actually. Put a small window like there. That makes sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did remember one interesting thing we can do for texturing. We can do things like this, where we take out a bit of wall like that, and then go like that, to add a bit of kind of shape to the wall. That might look really nice. We need to pick a color of wood that will go with this place. I think acacia might be too orange. It might blend in too well, even though it is the nearest wood type. pale would work as if the entire place has been abandoned for a while. I'm thinking jungle, though. I'm thinking jungle wood might be the one we're looking for. What color do we want? Yeah, I think jungle makes the most sense for this. It's got a bit more of a reddish tone to it than oak. Yeah, I like the idea of jungle. Do we have spare jungle? We have 1 stack of spare jungle. So I will also... Bamboo. Interesting. It is a wood type, so that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, that should be enough. At least to start with. Oh, right, I need a whole bunch of dirt. There's a whole bunch of dirt. Put that away. There we go, yeah. Grab a bunch of that dirt. Perfect. I wonder, just for today's episode, options, music, can I set it to sounds, world sounds? Actions? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Done. UI, event, mob specific, chat. Nah, it doesn't look like I can. I'd have to turn off Minecraft, uninstall the mod, and then turn the Minecraft back on. I've seen if I could set the music mod that I have installed to no longer just do it based off of biome, but just play all of the music. Doesn't look like a thing I can do, though. At least not quickly and easily. I guess I could look in the mod settings itself, but... Woo! Yeah, okay. That is gonna look nice. Yeah, that's gonna look nice once it's all done. Wee-hoo. Go. Ah, put them all in here. Oh wait, no, it does go up at this building. There we go. Yeah, you can see all this from over on top of this tower, and those trees won't be there. The next project is to clear out underneath the big mining cover that we have on the other cliff. And turn that into our tree farm and bamboo farm. Well, I guess not bamboo farm, but like, you know, tree farm and cooking bamboo farm. All this wool. Nice. There we go. Okay, so once this is done, we'll see what this looks like from a distance. Just in terms of like shapes and all that. Woo! Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is going to be really nice when it's all done. There we go. So first, we're just basically going to replace all the wool structures with filled-in walls, and then we will start adding windows and wall detailings and doors and the footpaths, and trying to come up with what some of these buildings might have done so that we can put fitting decorations around them as well. What types of things are the buildings for? Well, we haven't really figured that out just yet. For, like, the server, it's all decorative. But I always like to include a little bit of story in my builds to try and help me come up with details to build. So we might decide, oh, this is where, like, the guy who made pots lived. This is where the person who did a bunch of gathering lived. Stuff like that. Or like the place where somebody who made all of the different like dyes and kind of natural remedies may have lived in this building over here or that building over there. And that allows me to figure out what kind of decorations or plants to put around different buildings. Kind of like how we're doing with the Wild West town as well. That's what I like most about watching what you create, the story that you create to support everything you do. Yeah, I find it can be very difficult to come up with ideas if you don't have like a reason, essentially, for why something is the way it is. There's nothing saying you can't do that. You can't just go, oh, this is that because of this. Or this is just a building. Especially if you're building like huge, sprawling metropolitan areas. There's a lot of buildings where you just go, this is a building that is a building because I needed a building here. And you can do that thousands of times. But if you aren't going for scale, then you need to find something else to fill your build with. And I like to fill my builds with story and character. Is there a reason why you're not leaving doorways into each building? Because I don't know where the doorways are going to be just yet. I never really thought about where the doors were going to be when designing where the structures would be. So I'm figuring out where the doors are going to be as I'm designing the walls, essentially. So that's why nothing has a door yet, is because I legitimately don't know where those go yet. Ow. I'd like to come on this because I was cooking, but if they add petrified wood, why not add bog oak to the swamps as well? A dark black wood that's real, just saying. Yeah, I like that idea. Especially because it's a real wood, and this thing exists in the real world is a kind of weird cheat code that Minecraft players have against Mojang. Because Mojang just loves putting in things that exist in real life into Minecraft. For one reason or another. There we go. Okay. So now that we have all that in, let's look at it from right here. Ooh, okay. Yeah, just as like shapes, that looks pretty nice. So once we start adding windows and decorations and different colors to it, yeah, that'll look really nice. All right, so this building, it probably has a window right here. Not that tall. Probably has a doorway right next to it. And let's go with some windows right there as well. Could even have a window right there, essentially. No, there's just some damaged bricks. Yep, that's how it works. We'll have a doorway right here. Actually, no, that's too far away from where the livestock right here is. So there's a door right here. There is a high window here so that they could check on their animals. Yeah. And there is a window right here that they can see the rest of the street from. There's also a window right there. And right there. Yep. Liking that quite a lot. I can see a block I've left up there. and that gives me space to put the logs popping out there. So let's go get those logs. Put some of these right here and here. And then here and there. This one is small enough and it doesn't really have a second floor, so it doesn't get any of those wood pillar design. Yeah. This one gets a second doorway, I think, right here. Right there. Gets a small window there instead. Go. Now, can I make path blocks out of dirt, or do I need them to be grass for some weird reason? Let's see. Really hope I can just make path out of dirt. Good, I can, yes. There we go. Trampled area up here. Looks nice. Yeah, probably what the idea for this is, because I'm looking at the reference image I've got here, and it does look like it is basically dirt path everywhere instead of a stone floor. Reason for this in universe would probably be stone is just not very comfortable to walk on for long periods of time, so they likely would have put down probably hay or grasses mixed with mud, and eventually that gets trampled down into a kind of dirt pavement kind of material, and that's where we're getting this path from. And it's the right color too, which is quite handy actually. we go. Go. Just hang some torches up around here. Keep it relatively bright. And there we go. That's the whole area mined out. Now let's put all the dirt back in. Whoops. There we go. No? There we go. Now we just path all of this. Also, another handy thing about pathing all of this is that it will keep mobs from spawning, because mobs cannot spawn path, now that I think about it. So it means we can actually make this place a bit darker on the light value scale without actually having to worry about mobs being able to spawn. Isn't that handy? Unintended side effects. There we go. Okay. Ooh, yeah. All those windows were definitely a good idea. Those are coming together quite nicely. I did not need that much dirt. I brought way too much dirt over here. Whatever. There we go. Yeah, adding a bit more texture to these builds is really working out quite well. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's do like that. There we go. Just a bit more texture there in the corner. Alright, now how's it look? Whoop, I missed a log. Yep, there we go. Alright, if I hide in here, how's this look now? Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's not bad. That does look like some sort of old, yeah, like a little village carved out into the hillside. Heh. Definitely need some more windows on that building there. That building's looking very boring. And also I didn't finish the walls on that building there. So There is that. Oh, wait, I did? Huh? Oh, was it turning into a voxy chunk that thinks I haven't finished yet? Yeah. The voxy chunk thinks I haven't finished that yet. But I have. That's funny. Also, the texturing of the wall gets darker when we're further away. Neat. Ow. Did it again. Look where we're going. There we go. Gonna put a door right there. Need to put all this terracotta away. There we go. That works. Wait, no, that's not what I was thinking of putting down here. Go. I need sticks. I never thought that would be the case, but I need sticks. Luckily, we should have a whole bunch of sticks in storage, so I should just be able to grab a couple. I believe I saw a whole bunch of sticks in here. I sure did. Stacks of them. At that. Also, for decoration's sake, I am going to need some hay bales. There we go. Grab like 4 stacks of those. Also, we have more hay if we need it, so that will work out well. Now, I'm no expert, so I'm going to take a closer look at my reference images here. Yeah, okay. Doesn't look like a lot of these buildings had staircases inside of them to get up to their rooftops, which is what I assumed. I was kind of thinking that a lot of these buildings typically just had ladders to the roof if they even had roof access. Because, man, ancient people, like people in ancient times, They're really good at taking stuff up ladders without any sort of like support or safety equipment. That's one thing I do know pretty well about ancient peoples, is that they were able to move around stuff almost like madmen, because they didn't have any of the safety rules we have now. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's how it would have worked. Go. Just put some mud brick there. Yeah, to help with not just walking right off the roof once you get up here. I'm assuming that these buildings had thatch roofs, because in my reference image, none of them have roofs, which means that they didn't have brick ones. There we go, we'll put a door right here as well. There you go. Yeah, this is a fine height for some windows. Don't know why I like this kind of zigzaggy window shape. It's nice. I like it. There we go. And then put a torch in here. Go. All right. So these buildings are now traversable. Very cool, very cool. Let's add some window detailing. Like this. Oh, there's no windows here. There we go. There we go. Now we've got some actual, like, window bars, essentially. Window supports. Still incorrect, but... I kind of wish doors were in the middle. I guess, aren't they like that in Hytale? No, they aren't. No. Windows aren't, or doors aren't in the middle in Hytale. They're at one edge some of the time. Yeah, no, I like the bit of depth that having the door the wrong way gives. Yeah, that gives a bit more shape to the doorway. This room needs a torch. Go. And then, there we go. Grab some more doors. Not sure if I like the color of wood that I've used anymore. It's actually, I didn't realize how close of a texture it was going to be to the mud brick. Because it's basically the same color as mud brick. So I'll bet you if we move the camera away, it kind of just blends in as the same material almost. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? We want a little bit more color than that. So do we want to go with a lighter wood or a darker wood? That is the question. Let's see. What does an acacia door look like? It's very orange, but what's the design of an acacia door? Whoop! Ah! I was too slow in grabbing my drink, then I was too quick in grabbing my drink, and then I had to not crash into the wall. There we go. Can't use spruce doors because spruce just looks way too medieval. It's got all of that cast iron built into it. So can't use that. And there's the oak door. The humble oak door. This in there. And you know what? Throw a bit of the dirt in there as well. Might as well. I know that the pale oak door also has metal parts to it, so we can't use that. Dark oak is too regal, because it literally has like a mansion door texture to it. Let's see. Ah, it has these like very vented doors. Right. Well, that might work. It's a hot environment, so you would have a door like that. Perhaps. Is bamboo potentially too tropical? It could be. Also could not be. And I know that birch doors have a they have like a paper panel to them. So I don't think that would work. However, birch wood might work for other stuff because it's a lighter color. Yeah, maybe I'll leave the jungle here and take some birch with me. Essentially, we'll use bamboo doors and birch wood everywhere else. Didn't want the plain spruce door because it's got all this metal to it. I didn't think that would fit too well with design. Like, as a door design, it does work exactly how I wanted to. It just got this metal in it, and I didn't think that would look too nice. But I guess we could always just check. Yeah, there's a spruce door. It's so simple. It is, yeah. So maybe it will work because of that. Put these two doors away. Grab some spruce. The lines could represent rope in essence. I guess if I thought about them as like tarred rope, yeah, that would actually make some sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, those stand out a little bit better. What do we think about the wooden doors? Put a couple of these around town. See what we think about the color difference. There we go. Okay. So let's go. Let's just grab some of the wood that is now hanging out on top of some of these supporters. Torch looks like a bad idea underneath that wheat. Yeah, it probably is. That's why we'll change it later. I was just putting it in there to get some light in there at all. Ow. Yeah, that's how that would work. A little bit lower than the roof. Darn it. I keep falling off of things. Alright, that was just pathetic. There we go. Alright, what do we think about the color of all that now? Yeah, okay, the doors stand out. The wood kind of stability pillaring, that also stands out. I'm not sure we need these two pieces up here, though. It's a bit too busy up there with that. Let's see how these look if I put them in the windows. Mm-hmm. Go. Don't know what color is best, but I love the windows you're using. Thank you. Yes, I'm trying to figure out what the right color for these are. And you know what? Birch might be the right color. It stands out just enough that I think birch is the right color. And you can see the difference because this side of town has birch windowing, and that side of town has jungle windowing, and I don't like that. It doesn't stand out enough. We'd have to add more color to the inside of the buildings to make the windows stand out. Whereas that, yeah, I like that. Potentially, we could also use oak if we didn't want it to be so white. We want it to be a bit more yellowed. Because oak has a bit more yellowy of a texture than these. But this works, I'd say. Let's put in more of these windows in this color because it's better. It's at least a better color. Is it the right color? I don't know yet, but it is at least a better color. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting idea. There goes Flynn. Wonder if they're just gone for a moment or gone for the rest of the day. We shall see. That bit of wall needed a bit more detailing right there. And now it has it. Whoops. Completely destroyed that entire corner of the building. Don't mind me, just doing a bit of redecorating. Brrr. There we go. Okay. I am really liking how this whole area has come together. Honestly, I could potentially leave it at that and be happy with it. But there's still more that we could do. Let's see. I'm gonna do a couple of flybys of a couple trees. Right, okay. Oh, ow. Oh wow, mushroom bomb. Forgot about that. Do I have like a dark oak forest over here? I think I do. Yeah, I do. Let's go check out those leaves. If you're wondering what that floating bit of terrain out there is, I think that's Flynn's base. If I'm not mistaken. That's how far away they are. Right, okay, so it's got that kind of leaf design. Yeah, no, I think I like the jungle leaves most for what I'm planning on doing. There's an ocelot in that tree. Don't know why there's an ocelot in that tree, but there is one. Oh, I haven't been over here on the multiplayer server since getting the Voxy set up. Some of the trees grew in slightly different locations between the single player copy of the world and the server version. That's hilarious. I would not have expected the trees to be in slightly different locations. Yeah, so I'm gonna need some shears. Or actually, no, I can use my hoe, can't I? Yeah, that also works as instant mining. Nice, okay. Well, let's take all the leaves off of this tree because it kind of looks bad being at the edge of the desert and jungle. Oh, wait. All the leaves are gonna look like this, aren't they? Because I'm in a desert. So they're gonna be this color, aren't they? I just realized that that's gonna be the case. I can't put green vines in my little village because I'm in a desert. Those leaves dropped quick. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have a Silk Touch Efficiency 5 hoe. That's why I call it the Weed Whacker, because, man, it sure does cut through plants in general. Yeah, so if I try to place these jungle leaves in my village, they're going to be brown, aren't they? Because of biome tint. Yeah, okay. The only reason that the spruce trees don't do that is because they're literally evergreens. So they stay green. Okay, what if I took some oak leaves and put them in there? Are they also brown or do they just turn yellow? Nah, they're also brown. Wow, okay. So I guess if I want green vines, I'm gonna have to use... Well, either that, but that's too dark of a green, I don't want that. Or I will have to use moss, because moss does not change color with biome tint. It's probably fine, yeah. I can work with that. Oh, interesting. Because Dripstone Caves is an underground biome, it's unaffected by the fact that I am in a... Oh. I see. I am underneath a forest biome. Never mind. I have a lot of moss in storage, as it turns out. I also have a lot of mangrove roots I could use and stuff. And then there were two. Yeah, because I thought it might be neat to have something like wrapping around. Let's see. There we go. Wrapping around this. For potentially like climbing up this structure. Darn, I thought maybe I could glide onto that. Woo! Woo! Okay. I got some extra speed there I was not expecting. Oh, that was fun. I forgot how effective that method of transportation can actually be if you're good at it. Hang on. Yeah, it does look like the biome tint. Yeah, Vine's biome tint. Okay, never mind. Different idea, different plan then. Let's see if this works. Ah, darn, I can't just see the options. Okay, fine. There we go. Right. But how do I get banner patterns? I have a couple. Come on. I have the border indented banner pattern, but that's... Yeah, no, I don't want that. you craft banner patterns? Hang on. Oh yeah, you can. So the field mason banner pattern takes that, the flower charge, and the thing. Right. There's gotta be more than that though. Hang on, let me check the wiki. Interesting. Where is wiki? There it is. Banner patterns. Banner. There it is. Banner patterns. Oh wow, there's a lot of them nowadays. Variants. Do any of these look like vines? Which is kind of funny because I think border indented, yeah, it takes vines, but it doesn't really give a vine look to me. Flower charge, yeah, it just puts the flower in the middle. Creeper, skull, globe. What does globe look like? Oh, that looks nice. Huh? How do you make that? Obtaining. Oh, you need to buy it from a cartographer. You know what? That makes sense. The snout one is probably from the nether, isn't it? Obtained from bastion remnants. Yep. And then flow and gust. Those both look like trial chamber rewards. Flow is from trial chambers. Yep. And gust. Well, that's just... yeah, that's just a breeze. Yeah, that's also from trial chambers. Yeah, let's see. Minecraft vine-like banner. See if anyone's made any banners that kind of look like vines. Oh, okay, I see. They did it by adding flowers to it with the flower point. Interesting. Yeah, so it looks like people are able to make vine-looking banners by just adding flowers onto the banners. Interesting. Neat. Very, very neat. Somebody made a banner that looks like a stack of glowberry vines. Actually, yeah, glowberries. Hang on. Do glowberry vines get biome tinted? Do I have glowberries? Have I? Hang on. If I had them, they'd be back here. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have them. Have I never gone out and collected glowberries? I wouldn't be entirely surprised if that was the case, but I'm at least a little surprised I hadn't done that yet. Yeah, I'm not seeing glowberries anywhere. Oh wait, no, they'd be in here, wouldn't they? There they are. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, those unfortunately won't work. But if I had my green wool... Did the green wool go all the way through? Oh, hey, there's some green banners right there. Perfect, I can proof of concept this. Leave just a couple of glowberries behind. We're gonna go plant some. 1, 2, 3. And also take these with us. Yep. We're gonna go plant some of these in our farming area so that I can have more of them later. There we go. Those will slowly grow, and we'll get some glow berries from that. Also, it does look like glow berries have a bit of biome tinting to them. Oh, no, actually, it doesn't look like they have biome tinting. Ah, but they can't be silk touched. Interesting. Kind of wish that I could place moss carpet, well, not there, but like out on the edge of a block, and then could like break the block underneath it without it breaking, and quickly place like glowberries. That would really work out for what I'm trying to do here. But alas, I don't think that will work. There we go. That's our vine essentially going across. Yeah, that kind of looks like a vine growing its way across stuff. Yeah. I clicked once, and it did all that. Darn, that doesn't count as a hitbox I can attach this to. Oh well. There we go. Just give it a bit more weight as it goes up the wall. Yes, I think we definitely want a lot more green banners that we can put around to get this kind of vine look going. Luckily, when building this, I used a bit of green wool, so we actually do have access to the wool we need for banners. Yeah, nice. Can I... No way I can double stack these, right? Yeah, no. Unlike, what are they called? Being added next update. Unlike cushions, banners are actual blocks, so you can't log them into other stuff. Yeah, I kind of like the look of these banners a lot more than putting blocks of moss in different places. Yeah, the banners definitely give a much better overgrown look. Mm-hmm. Woo, yeah. How's that look? That bit of overgrownness in the middle. That's not bad. I kind of like that. Bit of greenery growing into the different areas. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You had such great details to your builds. Thank you. I do my best. I'm kind of just winging it a lot of the time, but I do my best to try and come up with new and interesting things for all these builds. Throw some of the extra stuff we're not going to need in here. It inspires me to improve what I build. Ah, that's nice to know. Glad my building is making an impact. There we go. It's a lot more work, though. It is. Yep, it is. But anything of quality requires effort, so... Okay, yeah, we definitely need more green wool. So let's go pick that up. I think what we'll also do is we'll pick up these pots. Yeah, these decorated pots are coming with us. Could have sworn I threw more green wool in here, but maybe I didn't. Or maybe it ended up somewhere else. Yeah, it doesn't look like it ended up anywhere in here. Let's take some azalea with us as well. Might as well. Anything else that I could place around? No, don't think so. Not at the minute, at least. If I had... Unfortunately, those take quite the effort to farm, so I don't think I could get some, like, roots. Like hanging roots. Hanging roots would work really well with these vines, but I don't have the method to get that at the minute. Man, I crafted a lot of end rods. I really thought I was going to use end rods down here, didn't I? Oops, oh well. Take a stack of that with me. Take those composters. That's how you dye wool? Really? Goodness. Really thought that dyeing wool was far more efficient than that. I guess that's why we have the wool farm set up the way we do, because, whoo, boy, dyeing wool is way more expensive than dyeing basically anything else. You're basically being punished for dyeing wool. Nope, put that in there. Alright, let's go pick up some wool from the cactus screen wool farm down here. Okay. Okay. Wool should be over here. There we go. There's a lot of wool. Perfect. How's the white wool looking, by the way? Better. Okay, one of these sheep is getting sheared. This one, good to know. Yeah, you still got a bit of durability left. That's good. That's good indeed. Whee! Oh, these only stack to 16. Interesting. Didn't know that. I thought that would keep growing down a bit further. There we go. Just do it manually then. Yeah. Ah, I found the one spot that we could actually use moss. It's going from building to building when there's no actual connection between the two buildings. Yep. Go like that. Haha, nice. This, and then bring it down like that. Nice. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is really starting to look good. I'm really liking the look of all this. Come on. Come on. Oh, hey, there we go. Haha. I knew if I just kept trying, I'd get up there eventually. Did I store some moss blocks here? Or did I take them all back with me? No, I did not. Haha, 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 haha. Nice. Forgot I had ladders. can put a door right here that goes into the top floor of this building. Nice. Oh, I see. My inventory's full. I need to put down these pots somewhere. Over here should work. Go. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was way too dark up here. That. Put it behind there. That looks nice. Huh? There's a skeleton. Oh, there's a skeleton up there. Right, because of course I haven't lit up any of the upper ridge up there. So yeah, skeletons are going to spawn up there. Oh, and if I do like that, that'll look nice. Just slowly getting rid of all of the non kind of natural style lighting. Still gotta get all the way up there to that part of the roof. Grab that one. Let's see about getting that. Yep. Nope. Yeah, and that makes this area too dark, but we can fix that just by placing that there. This. Eh? Oh, hey! Flynn likes latte. Thank you for following the channel. Good to see you here. Just, you know, greening up this part of my base, making it look real nice. That's a quite long overdue follow. Hope the stream's going well. It is! It's going quite well. Just about to take a quick look at how this area is from a distance. I do like that. There's a torch there that's not going to actually be lighting anything up later. Hang on. Yeah, this torch here, it's not going to be lighting things up later, so let's take that out right now. Yes, we need a bit of lighting up there. Oh, and we need some lighting over here as well. There we go. Go, I need some fence gates. This, and like that. Perfect. Exactly 4, that's what I was looking for. Nice. Yeah. Looks cool, thank you. Yeah, that's kind of the intention, is for it to look really nice and cool. Need to eat. There we go, that will light that up. Perfect. Alright, I need some more hay bales, so let's go grab those. You know what? Might as well fill in these areas that got broken when I was planting some trees the other day. There. Since I was in the area, might as well. I don't think I'm gonna need 3. Perhaps 2.5. Yeah, there we go. It's funny how you can just barely clamber in Minecraft. The mechanics aren't technically there, but if you freak out the game enough, it will let you clamber just a little bit. go. And I can have a bit of moss leading over to that. Yeah. You've gotten used to being able to clamber and hightail. It's just so useful. Hightail's clamber mechanics are just really handy. Need a little bit more banners. Do I have any more green? No, doesn't look like I do. Okay, back to the barn. More green wool is required. Ow. Poorly timed lag. There we go. Well, this has been a very handy way of going through all of our excess sticks. Must be honest. I wonder what Mr. Kelly's doing. He's been AFKing for a while. I wonder if he's running his redstone farm. That's probably what's going on. Well, I didn't mean to get up here. That's a fluke. Yep. Now, unfortunately, I do know that some of the design work that I've done here probably doesn't look as good on other people's computers due to the fact that this moss hanging down from the moss carpet, I know for a fact that that's part of the Vanilla Tweaks texture pack that I have running on just my machine. So other people, unfortunately, are not going to see that detail, but I'm more making for my camera angle than for anyone else's, so the fact that that doesn't look the same on other people's computers, that's not too big a deal for me. Oops. Let's put some stuff away in there. There we go. Nice. Why is that cloud changing size? Oh, because it's supposed to be like amongst other clouds and give it kind of like that fluffy texture that clouds have. It's just when there's only one, it looks like it's just kind of dancing there in the air. darn it, not fast enough. There we go. Now I can sleep. There we go. Okay. Kind of want to take just a quick little break from what we're doing, and I think what we will do to take that break is we're going to go take a peek at what Mysticality is up to, just because I think that might be fun. I don't think I've ever shown off his base on stream. Mostly because last time I was there, there wasn't really much to see, so I haven't really gone over there since. So, let's stock up on some food. Pick up some firework rockets from over here, and then go check that out. We're also going to use this opportunity to fix up our elytra and our pickaxe. And maybe our shovel as well. Hello. Golden carrots, please. Yeah, that's starting to fix up the backpack, the wing pack. Yeah, that's halfway fixed our elytra, which is very nice. Have you guys reset your trades yet? Ooh, I think they just did just now. Excellent. I'll take your entire stock. Nice, this has nearly fixed up my elytra entirely. It's a little bit more. And we should start fixing our tools. Yeah, there we go. Let's start fixing the tools. Shovel's completely fixed. Excellent. What have we got in here? Okay, yeah, we got some melons. Let's trade those for emeralds. Oops. And let's grab some pumpkins as well. It's a shame you don't collect taxes from NPCs. Yeah, that would be quite handy, wouldn't it? Instead, you actually have to, you know, do commerce instead. Ugh. I do believe there is technically a passive income emerald farm in Minecraft, but it's the raid farms, if I'm not mistaken. Nearly there. Excellent. Wonderful. All right. Thanks, guys. So we've gotten our food stores back up to a reasonable level. And we've spent some emeralds and then earned them right back. And fixed up all of our gear in the process. Wonderful. The commerce part is good, but you should then collect taxes from those on your land. I guess, yeah. You'd have to make some sort of land claiming system in Minecraft for that to probably work, though. Which isn't out of the question. Land claiming mods are a thing that you can use right now, so it's not outside the realm of possibility. Oops. There we go. All right, let's go. Oh, Mysticality is moving again. Interesting. Now, I could always, like, just fly over to their base. The one problem with that is I don't know exactly where Mysticality's base is. I know it's, you know, that way. That way, I guess. But, like, that's not their base. And I know that their base is further away from me than... Where is it? There it is. There's True's castle. Wow, that looks a lot closer than it actually is when I'm zoomed all the way in like this. You would assume, like, oh, that's not that far. No, it is. It's really far, actually. It's really far away. It's kind of like DTFG's base. It looks like it's right there. But, you know, there's an entire ocean between me and there. Yeah, so I know that True's base is all the way over there, and then Mysticality's base is even further away. So, definitely don't want to go there on foot. We'll probably go through the nether to get at least, I guess, all of the way. Yeah, maybe. Wow. That does look nice. I might actually be done there. I do like that. I'll just have to get rid of that pink wool, but I think that area is actually done. What do you guys think? That looks really nice from an isometric angle. Mm-hmm. Not bad at all. Did a good job. Still got an hour and 15 minutes left in the stream. So we'll probably just carve that area out and talk about what I'm going to put in there and probably move those trees in there. I guess I could also draw the line for this bridge that's going to be here. Because we've got to build a bridge over this gap to get to the Wild West town. And then I guess we'll probably get back to working on the Wild West town next week. Assuming I'm not busy with other stuff. My schedule's a little bit up in the air at the minute. Yeah. Okay. Not bad at all. Alright, let's go check out Mysticality's base. Oh, right. There we go. Light overlay off. Oh my. There were some piglins there. Alright, now for the most impressive... hold on. Nope, missed. Oh, okay. That was... I'll be honest, I didn't think I was going to get that shot. But I did. Pick up my arrow. There we go. Alright, so now to show you guys probably the most impressive nether tunnel on the entire server. Mysticality. My goodness. What have you done? The amount, like, cause this is dark oak, redstone, pale wood, pale oak, and basalt, or no, blackstone. And then also he's got these particle effects, because I'm pretty sure he's hidden firefly bushes. No, where is he hidden them? Or is this just a... Is this just because of the biome we're in? Or are they actually... Oh, no, there they are. Yeah, because he's hidden a bunch of firefly bushes underneath the path as well to give this texturing, or this particle effect that happens when you're standing in the tunnel for a while. That's so cool. Like, you can't see it ahead of you because there's not enough bushes for that, but you can see it where you've been, which is kind of neat. And if you stop for a minute, the bushes start to emanate their particles around where you're standing. That is so cool. Also, the length of this tunnel is absolutely absurd. I should know. I built the original cobblestone version that went all the way to his portal. Oh, yeah, he's AFK again. We're gonna go stealth mode. Do I have a... No, I don't have a head of my own. I'll just use this observer. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Because if you wear anything on your head that's not a helmet, you don't show up on... Oh. Oh my goodness, this is all the, like, extra resources from building it. He's got a lot of extra cobblestone now. Because this, what we're standing in right here, this is what the tunnel used to look like, minus this floor. He then turned it into that. Absolute madman. Madman mystical. Let's see what we got over here. Ah, okay. So we got a portal that's just kind of here. He's right there. Got a little bit of a farm going on. Looks like he's doing some terraforming here. He's got a wall. I'm guessing this is like a... It's either a planning wall, an ideas wall, or it's just something... Oh, wow, okay. I'm not gonna look at that. That feels like spoilers to look at. What is that? That must be where a witch hut was. Huh? Oh my goodness, that's a lot of Enderman heads. Ah, okay, I see. He's AFKing at an iron farm. Okay, that makes sense. That's why he's been AFKing so much. Because he's got this little room to AFK in while his iron farm is running. Right, okay, that makes sense. Interesting. Got a bunch of berry bushes out on an island for some reason. Now, I thought he had some sort of big witch farm around here somewhere. Oh, wait. Here we go. This is what I've seen in his videos. He has got... This is his villager trading hall. Yeah, so this is how he does his villager trading. He's got them all out here in a big line, and he can just walk along them and buy stuff. With the actual villager breeder, yeah, right there, so he can pick them up in minecarts by just running them through here. Very efficient, very stylish. Yeah, there used to be a naturally spawning village here. but not anymore as it seems. Interesting. Oh my. Ah, there's the witch farm. Unless this is a raid farm. No, I think with this redstone that means it's a witch farm. Is it? Oh, I heard. Yeah, there's some witches. So is there a killing chamber or? Oh, I see. They get pushed into this water elevator, taken all the way to the top. Oh my goodness. Shulker box chest monster. Prooflin tried to poison me. Interesting. Interesting. Got a sugarcane farm and a pumpkin farm going on up here. Right, so this is where most of the farming gets done, and this is kind of like my skeleton farm, where it brings the mobs up, then drops them down so they take enough damage to actually kill. Interesting. And over there, that lit up area, that right there, that's the ice cube farm. If anyone remembers that. That's how far out he is. He's further out than the ice cube farm. Absolutely crazy. I'm interested in what this is. Like, why has he got a crack in the ground with a bunch of redstone? It looks really cool. I hope this is kind of what he's going for with his base. Because it looks really nice. Cool. All right. And then this must be, he's flattening this out to put his actual base up here. This will look really cool once it's built. Whatever he's building, because it's big. He has a redstone pit? Yeah, basically. It's where all the extra redstone just kind of flows down and out. Cool, so we'll check back on that base at a later date and see what has changed once it gets to the actual, like, mega project of that base. But yeah, Mysticality is really nice. He has a redstone shop, but he's actually just given me redstone before as well. But I guess when you have as much redstone as he has, you do have enough that you can kind of just give it away. Okay. So let's see how far away Mysticality is by observing from the top of this tower. Oh my goodness. There it is. There's his base. Way over there. So that must mean that the ice cube farm is, I guess, right there. Yeah, there's the light of the ice cube farm. You can actually see it right there. Just barely. And then there's True's base. And then there's King's base. There's a hole in the ground from where I have not been, I guess. And then there's the shopping district. Man, that looks nice. I think the designs on the hot air balloons changed. Wasn't one of them like solid green before? And the giant flower. And then DTFG's base. And I think that's just a village, or is that something else specifically? That might be Teddy's base potentially there. And then you've got the mining desert is out there. There, I think, is where the mining desert is. That could be it. And then further along, you get to a mountain that blocks my view. And then Flynn's base is right there. Yeah, very cool, very cool. The shopping district looks so close in comparison. Yeah, it does when you zoom in on it that much, and you can see like the vertical detailing in some of the buildings. Yeah. That is a really nice wizard tower. Not bad at all. Very tall, very elongated. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so I guess I should get to mining out the inside of that so that we can actually start using it for stuff. Which means I'm going to need to drag this thing back over there. Yeah, there we go. It's a lot of iron to move around. Almost there. I think the beacons, for like how much it takes to build some of these things, I think they need a little bit more range than they have right now. Because at the moment, all of this iron is just to get the beacon to reach 3 chunks. Like 3 and a bit chunks is all that it can reach. Which is why it's placed basically exactly where it is. Because if we go F3G, F4, I placed it right in the corner of this chunk so that I could reach 1, 2, 3, and it could actually reach the whole, like, town area. Like, yeah, I can reach 3 chunks in both directions, so that's like a total of essentially 6, maybe 7 chunks, depending on where exactly in the chunk you place it. But it's a lot of iron for not a huge distance, especially if you don't end up putting the beacon right in the center of your build zone. I think it could definitely go maybe 5 chunks. Feels balanced for what it is. There we go. Patched up the hole. Okay, so to mine out that area, F3G, I can't put it any further that way than like 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have to put it, you know, next to the wall or inside the building. Those are really the only options. Which I guess I could just put it like right here and just punch a hole in the roof. That would work. Yeah. Okay. So I'll put it right about here. That's in the middle-ish. And then we'll go right probably here is where we'll put it. We'll dig it down a couple of blocks so that it'll be closer to where the ground will be. Right about here. And then let's dig out the actual room it requires. So it will go right there. No, put it a little lower. Right there. So that means it needs a big old triangle underneath it. That goes down 4 layers. That should work. So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Right, no, need that. Perfect. Okay. There we go. All right, now we just have to start laying down all of the iron. There we go. Now I just need a single piece of iron, which I've got in here. We want haste. We want haste 2. Click. And there we go. We now have haste 2, which takes our digging speed from what you saw a moment ago to this. Which is a lot faster, I think you'll agree. Wait a minute, how's that working? Oh, that's a half slab, isn't it? It's a half slab, so it doesn't count as a full block. That's great. Well, that works out in our favor. Works out quite well. All right, let's start digging. Woo! Hello there. Wasn't expecting there to be monsters over here. I guess I was never really on this side of the mountain, so I never really bothered to light it up that much. Fair, I guess. That makes sense. Alright, so this is basically going to be a mining stream until this is done. So I guess I might as well try and come up with some, like, talking points while I'm mining. Got some new information on an upcoming Hytale update, where they're changing how chunks work, and they're adding some new structures, which should be really cool. Turns out that if you've been watching the Hytale series, by the way, the structure that is at the very funny teleport point of Manor Lord 2, turns out that structure is called a wizard tower. And although they currently only spawn in the starting biome, oops, I turned that into obsidian. That's a problem because I need my shulker boxes. I should have grabbed them before I broke that. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, so the wizard towers are getting some new biome variants based off of the desert, the Arctic, and the lava biomes. So that'll be pretty cool. Ow. So we're gonna get some new wizard towers. I've been thinking about stuff to do in the Hytale series. And potentially what I might end up doing is, as new stuff gets added, like as new structures get added, we'll go out, we'll find the structure, and then if we want to have that structure at our base so that we can make a kind of like recreation of it, what I might do is I'll use some of the dev tools that are available in Hytale and just put that structure somewhere on our survival island so that we can build our own version of it without having to worry about it getting deleted when I prune the chunks for new updates. I'm currently only thinking about doing that. That's not an actual like thing I'm going to do just yet, but I think it might work out well. There we go. I think what I might do is I might end up taking these terracotta types and maybe just turning them directly into the right colors I need for the shop, so that I can take all this terracotta and instead of storing it at my base, use it to fill up the shop. That seems like a pretty darn good idea. Yeah, that area looks nice. Take this. Go. Take this with us as well. I was gonna put some of these around, I forgot. I think I was gonna put them... yeah, over here. we go. Perfect. Then I can get my ender chest. Then there, then there. Empty, 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 empty. Mostly empty, but not entirely. Excellent. Okay. Take the stone cutter with me as a permanent addition to my build setup. Oh, goodness. Come on. There we go. I knew I just had to get one hit on him because he's wearing copper armor. There we go. All this. This actually might not take as long as I was originally thinking it might, just because of how quick this pickaxe is to cut through everything. I think until we get down past the terracotta, though, I will just use the fortune pickaxe instead of the silk touch pickaxe. I was gonna say, is my inventory full? Because I feel like I'm not picking up as many items as I should, but that's just because all the items are stacking together. Yeah, okay. There we go, get some of this dyed terracotta. It is nice that a number of the colors do spawn naturally, so you don't have to dye every color of terracotta. Hello. Goodbye. I think in this confined space, it would be more advantageous to use the fireworks to get up. I was correct. It is far easier to do that. Go. Yeah, so I'll have to think of how to... I guess I could make just a tree farm. I haven't made one of those in a while. If ever, actually. Have I made a tree farm before? I've made tree farming areas, but I don't think I've actually made a redstone tree farm before. Maybe that's what I could put in here. I could put a redstone tree farm. It would definitely make gathering different kinds of wood a lot easier if I could automate it. I will have to look into potentially doing that. That might perhaps be a worthwhile exercise. Ooh, I wonder how much material's fallen down here. Ah, a bit. There's a bit. Definitely should probably go pick that up sooner rather than later. I'll just finish this layer and then I'll go grab that. I think my inventory might be full because I'm not hearing me pick up any items at all. Yep, inventory's full. Whee! Ow. There we go. There we go. Nice. Fill that up. Just double check that I've got everything that's in here. Oops. Whoops. Too many torches. There we go. All right. Next layer. We only got another couple layers to do. That's like 20, I think, of these 2 tall layers, I think is what's left. Then I'll have to figure out, am I going to pave the walls in any specific color, or am I just going to leave it natural? Don't know. Or I could decorate it as a big old mining wall, which would be accurate. At least I won't have to worry about running out of terracotta for the shop anytime soon. Definitely got a lot of that now. So glad I have this beacon. I can only imagine if past me was doing this with an iron pickaxe and no beacon. Whew, boy, we'd still be on like the 2nd layer at this point. Instead of being, nearly 10 layers down at this point. Wow, that was fast. Like I was gonna make a statement or a joke about how quickly I was mining, but I'm actually mining really, really quickly. If this is how the hermits are mining all the time, no wonder they're able to make such huge structures and astounding amounts of terraforming work. It's basically effortless. How close are we to the beacon? It's just not that far. Just a little bit further to the beacon. You do sound like an automated machine. Yeah, yeah. It makes it. That's probably why they call it a popcorn pickaxe, because it makes a constant popping noise as it mines. Whee! Gotta pick up all this stuff. And maybe mine out the rest of this layer. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I heard a zombie. Oh hey, Flynn's back. Nice. There's enough here, I might as well just throw it right into the shulker box. Yeah. Basically filled up my inventory on that one. We're starting to run out of shulker boxes to empty this mountain into. Which, that makes some sense. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got pings on my Discord. Yeah. Okay, it's nothing specific. It's just some announcements. Ah, that's why Flynn, not Flynn, that's why Mysticality was AFK. He would, well, he's AFKing to get iron, but he's on the server but not doing anything because he was editing and posting a video. Looks like a pretty fun thumbnail as well. You guys should go check it out. After the stream is over, of course. You won't have long to wait. I'm only gonna probably keep digging for another 30 minutes. If digging even takes that long. Man, I'm gonna have to repair these pickaxes again once we're done. Taking a lot of mining abuse from this mountain. But the mountain is kind of gone at this point. Like, we still got a ways to go yet, of course, but a crazy amount of the mountain just isn't here anymore. Kind of thought we'd hit stone a lot sooner than we have. Not that I'm mad, like this, I love the amount of terracotta we're getting out of this that we can sell. I just thought I wouldn't get this much terracotta out of this mountain at all. Oh, well, hello, fellows. Looks like we're getting to the point where this area is large enough that I can be on the other side of it and spawn mobs. There we go. in case you're wondering, yes, this zombie is wearing a cowboy outfit. And I will show you the texture pack to get that in a second. You may have noticed that depending on where I am in Minecraft, the zombies look a little bit different. But they always have, you know, fresh animations placed on top of them. That is because of resource packs. Where is it? There it is. Braze Zombie Overhaul with fresh animations. It is a really nice texture pack for making the undead look a little bit different all the time instead of all of them just looking like zombified Steve. I also have Doradai's Villagers plus fresh animations, which is why a bunch of the villagers have like, or not the villagers, the illagers. It's why the illagers have things like eye patches and backpacks and all sorts of other stuff. And why the witches are carrying cauldrons on their back, which you may have noticed earlier, but you might not have noticed. Hey, I timed that perfectly, an ad just started. There we go, we're down to the height where we're actually getting down to where our beacon is. Inventory's full of terracotta again, isn't it? Yep. That is nearly a full shulker box of just regular terracotta. That is crazy. I might actually have to halt the mining so I can put all this terracotta in my shop. Goodness. Yeah, because if this fills up the last shulker box, then that's kind of it. I can't dig anymore without getting some sort of chests or other storage method. How many more do we have? Oh, is it F3H? Yeah, there it is. Got a bit of durability left. You mine way too quickly? Yeah, I guess so. But if I mine this fast, it means I've got more time to do other things, like building a really nice cliff village. Alright, what are we down to? 72. Ooh boy. That is not a lot of durability. I do have the second pickaxe, so there's that. See, that's just pushing it over to the top bit, eh? I guess I don't really need the armor stands on hand. That's a odd thing to just have on hand. Everything else there makes sense. Yeah. Alright, I think I can probably do one more layer before that's full. We're not having to climb up many stairs to get here though, so that's nice. Oh, that is a blacked out durability bar, so I'm gonna switch to Prospector's skill. Alright. When we do the next layer, we're gonna have to be careful not to accidentally break any part of the beacon. Because if we do that, we'll lose our fast mining and we'll have to put the beacon back together. All of this up. There we go. I think this will be all the mining we do for today. Because we're gonna run... Well, we've already basically run out of shulker box space. There's no way everything that's in my inventory right now is actually gonna fit. Okay. Yeah, that's not all fitting. Valiant effort, but yeah. Oh, able to fit a few extra things in some of these other ones, which is nice. Take all these. And leave you here. I've got a spare. Alright, let's get to changing the color of all these so that we can sell stuff. I did not expect to be opening the shop file again today. I even said as much. No, there's no possible way I'm opening up the shop Excel document again today. But I am. Ah, really? Do we not have any terracotta in stock? That doesn't seem right. I feel like I do have terracotta in stock. I feel like I did that already. Hang on a second. This way. Huh. There's an armadillo in there. Why is there an armadillo in there? Okay. I won't open that then. I don't know why there's an armadillo inside. Weird. By the way, I can't see chat or respond because of UK law. I still haven't gotten around to sorting out my ID. Oh, you mean like on the server? That's weird. I don't. I'm not gonna talk about the all of the privacy kind of stuff that's going on the internet. Just know I'm not happy about it. Gestures arms at generally everything on the internet right now. Oh, okay, well that's been sold out, whatever that was. And that's also been sold out, whatever all that was. Okay, so I guess technically I was right. Past me was right. I didn't have any terracotta in stock because somebody came by and bought it all already. Okay. Right then. So I guess let's grab the red terracotta. See how much of that I have on me. Good, I do have at least 8. And then get some orange terracotta. There's some orange. I'm also gonna yellow. I have orange in here, I do. There we go. And then get some yellow terracotta. Yep, I do have 8 stacks of that. Orange. Yellow. Nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna update that right now. We got 8 of that. 8 of that. 8 of that. Perfect. That was me, lol. It was for my lava room. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to check that out at some point. The lava room sounds really cool. Okay, so I guess that just leaves light gray and white. Right, okay. Let's put that back in there. So looking at this one, right, it's white, light gray, gray. White, light gray. That's not even a full stack there. Can't sell that. Can't sell incomplete stacks of materials. No, no, no. Go. Go. Those two are full of that. Grab the orange out of there, throw it in here. Just remind myself, I have a lot of orange terracotta. There we go. Okay, so now we will take... Is there any terracotta in there? No. We'll take all of this home and we'll turn it into the other varieties that we haven't stocked yet. So for white, we have 5, and for light gray, we have 8. right. Yeah, I think that price is probably fair. Alright, let's head back to base and start crafting all that up. Whee! I wonder. Yeah, I probably don't want to. Never mind. Okay. So first thing we need is green and lime. And now I think about it, I think I actually have some green dye up here in storage. Let's go check. No. Take all this wool. And let's just put that in storage. Most of this, I guess, I could actually just probably put back in storage using this system over here since we're done with it. There we go. Put the profits in there. Take these as well. Put them in there. We're not gonna want that for what we're doing as well. Okay, yeah, so we don't have any green dyes, it seems. Yeah, not seeing it. Not in there either. So, I guess that means we gotta go grab some cactus from downstairs. And throw that in the super smelter. Assuming, of course, that the super smelter has fuel, because as I have found, the fuel room for the super smelter is not big enough. It was not able to handle the amount of sand I tried to throw in it this morning. So that means we need some other way of generating that. We'll take 2 stacks. And then, do we have bones in any of these? We do. There we go. There's some bones. Because that we'll need for the lime dye. Alright, how much fuel you guys got? Ooh, full stack. Okay, you might actually be able to do this. There you go. Wait, was the cactus green I was looking for right here? Yes, it was. As well as a bunch of glass. I'll just put that in here. There we go. Alright, so to make the lime green, take a bunch of this, take a bunch of that. Wasn't enough. There we go. And that makes a stack of lime. Now we should be able to... That's not the right one. There we go. Take a line of that. And... Eh? Oh, wrong color. There we go. Yeah, now just a quick question. I believe we have this data pack installed now, so let me just do a quick check. With orange. Can I do it with orange? Yes, okay, we do have redyeable installed. That's good. That's good, that's very good. Yes. That's just what I was hoping for. Wrong color again. Lime green. There we go. Grab a row of orange. Gonna make that into green terracotta. There we go. Okay, now I need cyan, which is blue and green. Which... Yeah, none of these boxes that I brought with me have blue in them. Right. Okay, then. I guess that means we're probably out of blue flower dye, then. Darn, I'm gonna have to go all the way out to the flower farm, then. Oops. Oh, that one's empty. Okay, let's grab some bone meal from our farm and head to the flower farm then, since we're needing more blue dye. Grab a stack of that. Oops. There we go. Actually, you know what? I have somewhere else that I need to take the bones from. So, leave that there. Right. Yeah, there we go. 3 stacks of bones is all it takes. Right? Yes. Yeah, 3 stacks of bones. Actually, I'm gonna remove that wool right there. There we go. Then I'm gonna hide in here. Then I'm gonna get a screenshot for today's thumbnail. Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And screenshot. Excellent. That's today's thumbnail. And, actually, what time is it? Yeah, it's around that time. Okay, hold on. Yep. Oh, lag. Okay, let's try that again, but without the lag. Whee! Haha! Okay, so, I think that might be actually where we end it off for today. We're at about the 4-hour mark. So, yes, I hope you all enjoyed today. I know I did. And hopefully I'll see all of you on the next stream, which will be on Saturday, where we'll be playing more Backpack Hero. It could be the end of the series. Knowing how long the matches take, it probably won't be the end of the series, but next episode probably will be. So tune in. Make sure to vote on the next game you want us to be playing on Saturdays. If you want a second vote, head to our Patreon. It's at $1 Canadian, and you get a second vote. And, what else? Oh yeah, Monday we'll be back in Hightail, and next Wednesday we'll probably be back around here doing who knows what, probably over there with the tree farming area. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good day, have a great week, God bless, and goodbye, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Transmission complete.
Thank you for joining us today on GCR. It is at this time we would like to thank our Patreon supporters, starting with our commander level patrons. Montana Big Sky, thanks for 4 years of support. If you would like to join our crew and support this channel, please check out patreon.com/GameCrossRoads.